Another episode of Unaccompanied Adult with Joe Diaz. What's going on, everybody? As you can see, I am not in my usual recording space. I am playing an away game as you were, but absolutely, I had to bring you guys another episode. Even when I'm not, in the comfort of my own home and the comfort of my own recording studio, I have to make sure that I talk to you guys. I hope everybody's doing well. I hope everybody survived this previous snowstorm that just happened. We're gonna get, like, if you live in the Northeast, we're gonna get hit with like three more this week. Um, the in the middle of the week, I think it might slow up for Valentine's Day because we have to take out the significant others or whatever. Um, uh, yeah, like uh, so we have to shovel ourselves out. We have to salt sidewalks and whatever. So there's a whole to do. And it sucks. I'm just ready for spring already, and all the allergies I'm gonna fucking get because of it. But hey, it's better than being frozen and cleaning off the goddamn car all the fucking time. It's rough. Um, but yeah, I hope everybody's doing well. I hope nobody's hungover. That's the one thing I hope. I hope nobody's hungover. This past Sunday was Super Bowl Sunday. Um, and that's my thing. Is like I I don't I don't understand people that do drink on during the Super Bowl. Like it's Sunday. In February, like early February. You would try to minimize how much you're gonna drink. I understand that, hey, we're watching football and beer and ribs and chips and all that shit. But yeah, but bro, you have work in the morning. Even football season like stops at fucking 7 or whatever. Except for the Sunday night game, which is like at 11. But it's like the Broncos playing on Sunday. But yeah. So I hope nobody's hungover. I hope everybody got to work all right and on time in a timely manner. It has been a quiet Monday. I'll tell you that shit. Very a docile bunch by where I'm at. Very docile. Like nobody really making too much noise, which is to be expected. And, it's Monday, by the way. But yes, this past Sunday, it was Super Bowl 59. The Eagles manhandled the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, look, allow me to reiterate this and so I can clarify. I'm looking straight in the camera. Look at me. Look at me. It's fuck Philly all day. Fuck the Bell. Fuck Rocky. Fuck cheesesteaks. Fuck us. I do the Phillies, the Eagles, the Flyers. Fuck all of them. I just didn't want um Kansas City to three-peat. I had no skin in the game, but I was for yesterday only. For yesterday only, I was rooting for Philly, and they pulled it out. They paused. They pulled it. They manhandled the Kansas City Chiefs. It was what 40-22, and that 22 points. That was a gift. That was so they didn't get embarrassed in the fucking Super Bowl because like at half it was like what like 24-0. Like damn. Um. So yeah, but hey, Philly, congratulations. And by the way, fuck you. Uh. But yes, Kansas City and their dreams were the only ones getting murdered yesterday. Um. Kendrick Lamar Ducksworth um committed a murder on stage. He committed a murder on stage. You know, he came out standing on top of the GNX all day, um, and put on a really good performance. Put an amazing performance, a very simplified, stripped down hip hop performance. And I think that's what we all wanted. And I think that's what I wanted. I didn't expect all the theatrics and all that shit. Um, like it was filled with symbolism, the American flag symbolism, the prison yard where he was running down, because he had to go to the other stage, see SZA, Jersey's Own, all day. Um, he had Samuel L. Jackson playing Uncle Sam, telling him to cool it down. Like I was the lowercase a medallion just iced out. I love seeing an iced out Kendrick Lamar because it's fucking, he's like so like musically inclined, and you don't really hear him talk about his money like that. But he displays it. He does fucking display it. So, and that lowercase a obviously standing for A minor. Um, it was just great to see, man. And then so he starts it off, and I wasn't expecting to hear Euphoria, a verse from Euphoria, but I was like, okay, this might be the escape or the scapegoat or the lighter version of the disc, because maybe he won't play Not Like Us, even though he just won 5 Grammys for this shit. Um, And then he just kept going and just kept going. And then he hits us with Not Like Us. At that time, I was on my feet. I was loving the fact that Not Like Us played, and he named names with that sly little grin into the camera. I was really loving it. It was a great night for hip hop. Obviously, waking up this morning and just looking at the comments last night, it was the worst hip hop, worst Super Bowl performance of all time. We needed John Denver and what about Jelly Roll and all that. Like no, you know, Not Like Us was playing Kendrick Lamar, arguably one of the hottest years that he experienced last year. Uh, great performer, great lyricist. I think he deserved it, and I think he did a really good job. Um, yeah, it was a great performance. In my opinion, in my humblest of opinions, it was a really good performance, an amazing performance. Like very stripped down, is like a very old school hip hop performance. He had choreography, obviously, is the show, but I walked away satisfied from watching him perform at the Super Bowl. This episode is brought to you by Liquid Death. I'm kidding. This shit's dope though. Anyway, so yeah, so Philly wins, and in typical fashion, they start like rioting in Philly because there's the garbage town filled with garbage people. So like I'm watching the game with my girl. And I go, well, because Philly is just like filled with garbage people, and like they're so racist. And I'm gonna take this line from Bill Burr. They created a statue. They erected a statue of Rocky, a fictitious fucking character created by Sylvester Stallone because he was born in New York. They erected a statue of Rocky and not of fucking Bernard Hopkins or or you know or other boxers of African American descent that came from Philly. So filled, packed to the gills with racist people. So I'm asking my girl, like, how do you think like the racist people feel about winning the Super Bowl? And she's like, what do you mean? Because their city won. I'm like, yeah, but like it's with a black quarterback. You know what I mean? Like it's one of those things where you go, like, how deep does racism go? And that's my question. My question is, how deep does your racism have to go for you to accept a black quarterback winning the Super Bowl for your city? Like, let's break it down. You don't like them as neighbors. You don't trust them on the street. You don't want one marrying your daughter or dating your son. Uh, you think hip hop culture is garbage. You think that they are mostly criminals and all this shit. So I say standing on business is more of like, I don't care that we won the Super Bowl, that and we're better stay out of my city. You better stay off Broad Street, where fuck stupid streets they have in Philly. I've never been there. I might go, but because it's a historic city, it's like, it's liberty. It's the city of brotherly love, but nobody loves each other. But like, how deep does your racism have to go? Like, how racist do you have to be to deny something that's in your better interest? And that's my question. That's always been my question. Like, 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 can a KKK member or a neo-Nazi eat Taco Bell or enjoy guacamole and chips? Because technically, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, those two things don't correlate to me. They don't mesh well. They don't mesh. I'm like, yeah, but like, you're like, oh, you get out of my city, and you're a bunch of illegal immigrants, and robble, right? And I go, but like, how, like, what will make you stop being racist? And like, I know, like, what do you call it? Shane Gillis has a joke, and he said, like, in the '70s, there was like a team that, matter of fact, remember the Titans? That team, were fully integrated their football team, um, with black players, like in like the late '60s, early '70s and shit. And you go, all it took was 8 weeks because they made state finals and shit. Like, like people were completely willing to forget and just like, you know what? Though I like those boys. Like, we're going all the way to state. And you go, can you be racist and support something that goes against your better interest, or that is for your better interest? Like, for example, this morning, I think it was like the New York Times reported that uh Kanye, Yeezy, to some of you, Kanye to me. So Kanye like took down all his apparel from his website, and is only selling one shirt. One shirt. And for those of you who know, Yeezy's clothing brand now, like, mostly everything's like $20. Like the shoes, the shorts, the sweatsuits, and all that shit. So he's selling one shirt. The entire site is wiped out. One shirt. And it has a swastika on it. A swastika shirt. And you go, this is peculiar, to say the least. It's peculiar, to say the least, because can a neo-Nazi pass up a deal? Like, it's a deal at the end of the day. Like a $20 t-shirt, seemingly name brand because it's Yeezy. But it's a swastika shirt, and it's $20. They don't even, in Target, they don't even sell $20 t-shirts. What they do is like Goodfellas and fucking some other bullshit. But like, no clothes of notoriety. Now, $20 is a bargain. And that's my thing. It is a bargain. And I go, I don't think I hate anything enough to like pass up a deal. I don't like, look, if like Ben and Jerry's had like a BOGO, a buy one get one deal for their brand new to launch their brand new ice cream, and they call that shit caramel wetback brownie surprise or whatever. I would I'll be remiss to say that hey, I might give it a try. I might give it a try just because, you know, it might be good. I mean, I am just like a caramel wetback today, but I don't say second. At least to some. But um yeah, I like that, and that's the thing I don't get. I don't understand one, I don't understand Kanye for anything. I don't get that shit for nothing. Because I'm like, um, I don't know if you looked in the mirror. I don't know if you've ventured into a bathroom or bedroom to look at your reflection. And I'm still trying to figure out why you're uh, selling swastika t-shirts. But then again, it's like, do Nazis go, well, boy, that nigger drives a hard bargain, but I'm sold and shit. Like I don't know. It's that right there, that right there may cause more paradoxes in the reality of today than anything. Uh, yeah, like again, like I don't understand racism, but I have the benefit of being born and raised in Jersey. New York is a stone's throw away from me. Like the city's like a stone's throw away from me. Um, yeah, I experience racism here and there. Fucking, I look the way that I look, I dress the way that I dress, and I like eating and shopping in places where it's mostly Yakubian. For those of you who know, what's today's mathematics people. Um, but yeah, even like reading the comments from the Super Bowl and Kendrick's performance and all that, I go, people are really showing the racism. Like yo, hey, this is embarrassing, but your racism is showing. It's just well, this just hippity hop thug music. I'm like, you don't get it. You absolutely don't get it. You don't understand it. It is not for you. Hence the song, They Not Like Us. Now, some people have adopted it. Obviously, it's a West Coast anthem, They Not Like Us. It's an LA anthem, They Not Like Us. But it really, you can use the song as an anthem for most things, from liberals to conservative, they not like us. Conservatives to liberals, they not like us. Um, you know, middle class, ghetto, more affluent. It's an anthem. So if you don't understand it, then it wasn't for you, and y'all not like us. Um, but yeah, like a lot of people like commenting, um, like, well, Kid Rock should have performed. Like what? Why? My man hasn't been relevant since Bob du Bois, wherever the fuck that stupid name song that was back in. I never liked Kid Rock. Hated Kid Rock. I hated the fact that he had a DJ called Uncle Cracker, um, who had it on his only hit was like a cover. And like Kid Rock was one of those guys who used hip hop as a front door. He was like the first Post Malone, if you will. Um, it's just, yeah, like, oh, Kid Rock should have played, or we needed Jethro Tull up there. Well, you want to get a DeLorean to fucking get Jethro Tull to perform at the Super Bowl in New Orleans? And then everybody was like, wow. And then on the other side, well, Lil Wayne should have played. I want everybody today to look up how Lil Wayne performs currently, and now you will then understand why he wasn't chosen to play in New Orleans. Yeah, of course. Fucking Lil Wayne performing at the Super Bowl in his hometown is a no-brainer. If this was 2009, if this is like 2006 Lil Wayne, I say go for it, Jay-Z. But I'm saying that if you look him up today, he looks like one of those trees that you forgot to water in your yard, and he's just dying. There's like a couple of branches sticking out. He's weird to look at. He smokes too much weed. The lean is finally getting to him, and his stage show is basura, garbage for those of you who are Yakubians and watching this show, or listening, however you take it. Oh, matter of fact, Spotify exclusive videos. Just throwing that out there, people. The video of this show is on Spotify, unaccompanied adult with Joe Diaz, every Tuesday and Wednesday. But yeah, so yeah, well, yeah. Getting back, all the comments where a lot of people exposing themselves, and a lot of people, I saw again. I don't understand the people that use LinkedIn as social media. Like, hey, how about you highlight your company? You highlight your company. You talk about the milestones that you hit. If you're looking for a job, look for a job, post a resume, and move the fuck on. Save that shit for the YouTube comment section and Facebook groups and Reddit. Don't bring that shit to LinkedIn. We're professionals over here, man. Like, I knew it was going downhill when people started using LinkedIn as a dating site. Hey, but yeah, so just reading those comments and pro-Trumpers and liberals and shit, and just like, well, this is horrendous. This is the most boring, disrespectful display of music I've ever seen in my life. And I get it. Your team lost. And seemingly, look, there's certain football teams that are white football teams. Can we all agree on that? Can we agree there is some black football, there's black football teams and there's white football team. The Cowboys, absolutely, that is a white team. Kansas City Chiefs, a white team. Denver Broncos, white team. The Patriots, white team. Giants is a Puerto Rican team. It's a Puerto Rican. The Boston, the Boston Red Sox are all Dominican for some reason. But certain football teams, last night, it was a white team versus a black team. Even with the quarterback, I don't make up the rules. I don't make up the rules, ladies and gentlemen. I am just saying that clearly there was a white team and a black team, and a black team won. And a lot of people vocalized their displeasure on social media last night and this morning. I don't understand it. I truly don't understand. But yeah. Oh man. Oh yeah. This past before all that, me and my girl, we watched Amelia Perez. Now, and I want to say this with all sincerity, and with all the tolerance of my body. Let me take a sip of this liquid. I never thought I was gonna like sparkling water, but it tastes like soda. Anyway, so we're watching Amelia Perez, and we really sat on our hands to watch this movie. We needed something to hate watch. So you know what? Fuck it, Saturday night, Amelia Perez. Now, for those of you who don't know, Amelia Perez stars Zoe Saldana, Selena Gomez, and some trans woman who name escapes me at this moment. But whatever. Emilia Perez is the transgender woman. Now, the story follows Zoe Saldana, who is a lawyer in Mexico trying to get, who gets hired by this drug lord, this cartel leader in Mexico, to find the right doctors so he can transition to a woman. And then successfully happens, and then Selena Gomez plays the man's wife, the cartel leader's wife, and they have kids together. Now, just on that, amazing premise for a movie. Amazing premise for a movie. But it was a musical. And like, nobody knew how to sing. Selena Gomez, who is a professional singer, who has made albums, has gone on tour, who has a discography, it's pretty impressive. Sang like garbage in this movie. Fucking Zoe Saldana, she's not known for her singing. The trans woman, the titular character, Emilia Perez, couldn't sing for shit. Now, I don't understand why this movie was nominated alongside Wicked. Now, mind you, I am not the audience for Wicked. I haven't watched a second of that fucking movie. Will I? Maybe. My girl might be. That's besides the point. I know that Ariana Grande is an amazing singer. I know the lady who plays Elphaba uh, is an amazing singer. I'm not good with today's actors. Anyway, I know visually and vocally and like how well this movie is received in the theater community. And for fucking Emilia Perez to be fucking in the same conversation as Wicked is a travesty. This movie was pure garbage. And look, I am not a conservative. I'm not a liberal either. But this movie is proof that too many liberals work in Hollywood. Because that movie was a fucking DEI ass movie. And it was trash. It was garbage. And they're lucky it was on Netflix. Because if I would have paid for that shit, I would have walked out. Now, I've only walked out of one movie in my whole life. And that's Tom Green's Freddy Got Fingered. I think it was like 1,000 or some shit like that. Tom Green was all hot and all that shit. Me and my boy Macho, may he rest in peace, walked out of Freddy Got Fingered because it was garbage. This is top 2. Emilia Perez is top 2 garbage movie. And it's not because like, oh, you know, I'm anti-trans or whatever. I'm anti-shitty movies. And this movie was garbage. Selena Gomez phoned it in. She barely spoke fucking coherent Spanish. I get it. I get all the hate and criticism that this movie got. Zoe, she got nominated for Best Supporting Actress, which I feel like I don't think is Oscar worthy performance. However, I do think that she was the only one that I guess got the script and fucking read it like it was supposed to be. But yeah, that movie is garbage, man. Anyway, hey, by the way, so like I said, video exclusive of Unaccompanied Adult is on Spotify. So you can always, you can listen in or watch the video aspect of my show on there. On Amazon, on Overcast, and Apple, it's still audio only. But for those of you who want to watch um, uh, the show, I try to dress fly and shine and gold and pinky rings and shit. I didn't wear the pinky ring today. My girl asked me, why do I have a pinky ring? And I didn't have a coherent response for that. So I left it out today. But yes, but you know, first couple of days, Spotify exclusive, video only, and then I will be uploading episodes onto YouTube. I will be promoting the YouTube channel a lot more now. And speaking of YouTube, shout out to my boy Torian, aka Lord Pooba, on his new show on YouTube, Tape Deck Selects. So if you look up Lord Pooba, LordPuba, 2 words, Lord Pooba, and the show is called Tape Deck Select. And essentially what he's doing is talking about like underground hip hop or not so mainstream hip hop. He's talking about the artist. He's talking about the history of the making of the album. He's talking about the production. He's talking about the impact. And he's gonna start highlighting certain songs. So give him a listen. Shout out. That's my old college radio partner. Noonday Rundown all day. Union County College. Not graduate. But yeah, give them a listen, give them a like and a follow and subscribe. But yeah, man, so I'm always proud when I see, brothers of mine, go back into the content creating game. So yeah, there's that, man. That's it. I hope everybody is ready for Valentine's Day. And for your lonely bitches, Valentine's Day for some of you lonely like I heard about Palentine's Day the other day and I almost threw up in my mouth. But yes, I hope you got the gift. Every kiss begins with K. I guess. Whatever. Anyway, people, this has been another episode of Unaccompanied Adult with Joe Diaz. Peace.